25 insane facts about Istanbul you never knew. Number 1 will blow your mind.
Number 25. Istanbul straddles the Bosphorus Strait, with one half sitting in Europe and the other in Asia. Every day, millions of people commute between continents by ferry, bridge, or undersea tunnel as casually as crossing a neighborhood. No other city on Earth can claim this geography. You can eat breakfast in Europe, take a 15-minute boat ride, and have lunch in Asia without ever leaving the city limits. Number 24. Istanbul has been known by 3 distinct names across its 2,700-year existence. It was founded as Byzantium by Greek colonists around 660 BC, renamed Constantinople by Roman Emperor Constantine in 330 AD, and finally became Istanbul after the Ottoman conquest.
Each name represents an entirely different civilization that ruled the city, and traces of all 3 empires still coexist within its streets today.
Number 23. A traditional Turkish breakfast in Istanbul is not a quick meal. It is an elaborate spread of dozens of small dishes including cheeses, olives, tomatoes, cucumbers, honey, clotted cream, eggs cooked in copper pans, fresh bread, and endless glasses of black tea. Families and friends gather around the table for hours on weekend mornings. Rushing through a Turkish breakfast is considered almost offensive. Number 22. Istanbul's Grand Bazaar has been in continuous operation since 1461, making it one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world. The labyrinthine complex contains over 4,000 shops spread across 61 covered streets, selling everything from hand-woven carpets and gold jewelry to leather goods and spices. Over 400,000 visitors pass through its gates every single day, and getting lost inside is practically guaranteed. Number 21. Istanbul is famous for its enormous population of stray cats, estimated at well over 100,000. Rather than being seen as pests, the cats are beloved and cared for by residents who build tiny shelters, leave out food and water, and even take sick strays to the vet at their own expense. The city's relationship with its cats is so deep that a documentary film about them became an international sensation. Number 20. The Bosphorus is one of the narrowest and most heavily trafficked shipping lanes in the world, with massive oil tankers, cargo ships, and passenger ferries navigating sharp turns and powerful currents just meters from the city's shoreline. Over 48,000 vessels pass through each year, and the collision risk is so high that Turkish maritime authorities must guide every large ship through individually. Number 19. Turkey consumes more tea per capita than any other nation on Earth, and Istanbul is the epicenter of this obsession. Tea is served in distinctive tulip-shaped glasses at every meal, every business meeting, every social gathering, and in virtually every shop. Refusing a glass of tea from a shopkeeper or host is considered deeply impolite. Estimates suggest that the average Turk drinks over 1,300 cups per year. Number 18. The Basilica Cistern is an enormous underground water reservoir built by Emperor Justinian in 532 AD, supported by 336 marble columns arranged in 12 rows. The space is so vast and atmospheric, with dim lighting reflecting off the still water, that it feels more like a subterranean cathedral than a water tank. 2 of the columns rest on giant Medusa heads whose origin remains an unsolved mystery. Number 17. Originally built as a Christian cathedral in 537 AD, the Hagia Sophia was the largest enclosed space in the world for nearly 1,000 years. After the Ottoman conquest in 1453, it was converted into a mosque. In 1934, it became a secular museum, and in 2020, it was reconverted into a mosque. Its walls still bear both Christian mosaics and Islamic calligraphy side by side, a visual record of its layered history. Number 16. A traditional Turkish barbershop visit in Istanbul is unlike anything in the Western world. After the haircut, the barber often removes stray ear and nose hairs by briefly touching a flaming cotton swab to the skin, a technique that looks terrifying but is surprisingly painless. The full experience includes hot towels, facial massages, and cologne, and can last over an hour. It is as much a social ritual as a grooming appointment. Number 15. The Egyptian Bazaar, commonly known as the Spice Bazaar, has been filling the air with the aroma of cinnamon, saffron, sumac, and dried chili since it was built in 1660. The market was originally funded by taxes on goods arriving from Egypt, hence the name. Vendors still pile their stalls with towering pyramids of colorful spices, dried fruits, and Turkish delight that look almost too beautiful to eat. Number 14, most people associate tulips with Holland, but the flower was originally cultivated in the Ottoman Empire long before it reached Europe. Ottoman sultans were so obsessed with tulips that an entire historical period, the tulip era of the early 1700s, was named after them. The Dutch only acquired tulip bulbs through Ottoman diplomats, and the famous tulip mania that swept Holland was triggered entirely by flowers that came from Turkish soil. Number 13, the ancient Hippodrome of Constantinople was a massive chariot racing arena that could hold 100,000 spectators and served as the social and political heart of the Byzantine Empire. Rival fan factions called the Blues and the Greens supported different racing teams with a ferocity that made modern football hooliganism look tame.
In 532 AD, a riot between the factions nearly destroyed the entire city.
Number 12, Istanbul consistently ranks among the most congested cities in the world. Commuters regularly spend 3 to 4 hours per day stuck in traffic, and the city's hilly terrain and narrow historic streets make the problem nearly impossible to solve. During peak hours, the bridges connecting Europe and Asia become parking lots. Locals joke that you can grow old waiting to cross the Bosphorus by car. Number 11, Istanbul takes its relationship with stray animals so seriously that the city has constructed dedicated shelters, feeding stations, and even small heated houses throughout public parks and sidewalks specifically for cats and dogs. Veterinary care buses patrol neighborhoods offering free treatment. A municipal law protects the right of stray animals to live freely in public spaces, making Istanbul one of the most animal-friendly cities in the world.
Number 10, for over 400 years, the Topkapi Palace served as the seat of Ottoman power and the private residence of the Sultan. Behind its walls lay the imperial harem, a secluded world of hundreds of concubines, eunuch guards, and ruthless political intrigue. Sultans were occasionally overthrown or assassinated within these rooms, and rival princes were sometimes strangled with silk cords to prevent succession disputes. Number 9, at the Eminona waterfront, vendors on brightly painted boats grill fresh fish over open flames while the vessels rock on the waves of the Golden Horn. They serve the catch in crusty bread with onions and lettuce, handed directly from the swaying boat to customers on shore. The balık ekmek, or fish sandwich, costs just a few lira and has been a beloved Istanbul street food tradition for generations. Number 8, the Theodosian walls, built in the 5th century, formed a triple line of fortifications stretching over 6 kilometers across the western approach to Constantinople. For over 1,000 years, these walls repelled every army that attempted to breach them, including Arabs, Bulgars, Rus Vikings, and Crusaders. They were considered the most formidable defensive structure in the medieval world and only fell when Ottoman cannons finally shattered them in 1453. Number 7, when Sultan Mehmed II breached the walls of Constantinople on May 29, 1453, he ended the 1,100-year-old Byzantine Empire in a single day. The fall sent shockwaves across Europe, cut off traditional trade routes to Asia, and directly motivated European explorers like Columbus to seek new paths westward. Many historians argue that the discovery of the Americas was an indirect consequence of Istanbul's conquest. Number 6, during the siege of Constantinople in 1453, a massive chain stretched across the Golden Horn blocked the Ottoman navy from entering the harbor. Sultan Mehmed's solution was breathtaking. He ordered his men to build a road of greased logs over the hills behind the Byzantine defenses and physically drag 70 warships overland and into the harbor from the other side. The defenders woke to find an enemy fleet behind their impenetrable chain. Number 5, when the Hagia Sophia was completed in 537 AD, its massive dome spanning over 31 meters appeared to float impossibly above the nave, supported by a ring of 40 windows that flooded the interior with light. Engineers of the era could not fully explain how the structure remained standing, and even modern architects consider it one of the greatest engineering achievements in human history. The dome has survived earthquakes, fires, and centuries of neglect.
Number 4, no other city in history has served as the capital of 3 major world empires. Istanbul was the seat of the Roman Empire after Constantine moved the capital here in 330 AD, the heart of the Byzantine Empire for over 1,000 years, and the capital of the Ottoman Empire for nearly 5 centuries. Each empire left its own architectural, cultural, and religious fingerprint on the city, creating layers of civilization stacked on top of one another. Number 3, under Istanbul's streets exists a vast network of Byzantine cisterns, Ottoman tunnels, Roman aqueducts, and passages that have never been fully mapped. Archaeologists estimate that only a fraction of the underground city has been explored. Workers digging foundations for new buildings regularly break through into previously unknown chambers, some containing artifacts, frescoes, and structures that have been sealed in darkness for over 1,000 years. Number 2, walking through Istanbul means physically moving through layers of civilization that span nearly 3,000 years. A Roman column might support the wall of a Byzantine church that was converted into an Ottoman mosque that now sits beside a modern glass tower.
The layers are not separated into neat museum districts.
They are tangled together on every block, in every neighborhood, often within the same single building.
Number 1, no city on earth has played a more central role in shaping human history than Istanbul.
It served as the last bastion of the Roman world, the beating heart of Christian Byzantium, and the throne of the Islamic Ottoman Empire. It triggered the age of exploration, connected East and West for millennia, and sits on the exact fault line between Europe and Asia, Christianity and Islam, the ancient world and the modern one. Every empire that controlled this city controlled the crossroads of civilization itself.